Hey guys, how are ya? Hope everybody's doing great. Today's video goes out to my homies who are still working on the Nightmare campaign. If you're not one of those people, I don't know why you clicked, but I appreciate it anyway, but I'm not sure how relevant this content will be to you. So way back when I was doing this, I looked at some videos and things. UDK had come out at the time and had been free for everybody. A lot of people were doing like UDK type cheese things, but I don't know, it just wasn't really working for me. It took forever, and there's like a 10-minute minimum. Speaking of the 10-minute minimum, let's take a look. Oh, I'm in dungeons. That's not the correct place to be. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, so here at Nightmare Campaign, we come in. What do you need exactly? There's a lot of details. Make sure you click on these because this does not tell you anything. It's a bit of a lie. You have to go here, clear the stage without losing a champion. For 3 stars, you need clear the stage with 2 or fewer champions in less than 10 minutes without losing a champion. So this is what you need. Final reward is Sacred Shard. Yep. So obviously everybody wants to do this when they're starting to play the game. So the solution I came up with at the time, and has always been a trusty failsafe for me ever since, is Vergis. He's just the GOAT of supporting one other person. Let's take a look at the kit. I booked. Passive is good to book. This one is good to book. Obviously, like most champs, don't really care about the A1, but it's basically this ability. So single target, place it on one other person, and look at how many buffs you give them. It's Ally Protect, Continuous Heal, Increase Speed, Reflect Damage, and Increase Defense that we're giving all to one person on very, very low cooldown. So basically, this lasts for 3 turns, 3-turn cooldown. So as you can see here, should lead to perma buffs. All these exciting buffs on them, basically. So it's basically just the amazing keeping that second person alive throughout the entire Nightmare campaign. He's just goated for it. Now, who should you pair this with? What I always try to do in my videos is try to make it more free to play friendly. Like, I got really lucky when I was new. I pulled Taurus. So when I did this, I had Taurus. But obviously, I'm not going to show you Taurus in the video because that's stupid and most people don't have Taurus. So the champs I'm going to show are fairly accessible, but by all means, most people, when they're at this point in the game, they've pulled like a couple decent champs, right? Whether it be Legos or decent epics, or, Plarium has given out decent free champs even. So by this time, most people should have something to pair it with. So yeah, like if you have a better champion than the stuff I'm going to show you, like please, by all means, don't let me slow your roll. You pick whatever you want. I just try to make the videos somewhat accessible. And I mean, yeah, looking through my champs, I see like a ton of, there's so many people that I could do this with, so many different strategies. So let's just take, like I said, I just picked like, several people that I feel like most people have, whether because they're free champions or because they're epics. So yeah, so let's start with the first one. It's Ninja. It's actually shockingly how easy this was. I had never bothered to do this with him because obviously I had never had him until a month ago or a couple of months ago whenever we got him, but it's almost horrifyingly easy. I was stunned. And I'll show you all the builds and everything. I do not have the most amazing ninja build in the entire world. It's not like a ignore defense set or anything. It's fairly chill build. But yeah, so basically he's getting perma buffed by our boy Vergis. He has his own perfect veil and freeze and everything, which is good to defend himself. So that helps. Again, literally, I'm shocked at how easy it was. Genuinely. I figured it would be pretty easy, right? I didn't realize it would be this easy. And again, even if you don't have the exact same ninja stats as me, you wouldn't have to, right? Like, I always get people in the comments who are like, oh, those stats are really hard. And it's like, well, I mean, you know, like, you don't think this would have worked with 1k less attack or something? Of course it would have. So, you know, don't freak out if yours aren't exactly that. I guess I'll just show you the build right after the video before I forget everybody. He's not even 60'd yet because he's being run through masteries and everything. That is the ninja build. Again, if yours is a little bit worse, I think life might even go on. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't, you know, full ignore defense or anything. I always am doing the best I can on my free play. So that was that. And who else did I come up with in here? Yeah, let's just go alphabetical order. Thanks, Microsoft. I did Artak because I know a lot of you guys have the talk. Yeah, going through the waves pretty easily. You know, he's got AoE everything. And remember that when you're on auto, he is silly and he will use his ability that doesn't apply the HP burn first. That's actually the default ability in auto. So if you need to control that, you know, go ahead. And then in general, like if you need to step in, I'm just letting everything auto, but if you need to step in and make sure your champs aren't doing stupid things, like constantly attacking Mortu, increasing the chance that he will peril you, please, by all means, step in and do that. And then that's the other thing to note. There is, like, it's not a perfect system. This is Mortu-Macaab. There is the peril ability, the chance that he'll just absolutely smite you down. I can't control that. Just because you got periled once or twice doesn't mean it doesn't work. There is a tiny, you know, little RNG factor here. You might have to redo it a few times. We've all been periled. It sucks, but what are you going to do? Actually, we do get periled, but it's a weak hit on Artak. So actually not an issue at all. And oh my god, we're actually getting periled a second time, which just shows you that if you pick a weak affinity to him, so pick someone blue with a lot of HP, you can actually just kind of tank those. Plus you, if the timing works out, you've got the ally protection from Vergis. So Artak, again, a champion that most of you have. We can take a peek at my Artak build. Not anything too crazy. It's just full perception because, you know, you get free speed and accuracy from that. Lots of HP. And again, if you had like 40k less HP than this, it probably still would have worked. But, you know, you might have to be slightly luckier with the perils. But I'm sure you can see the potential. The champion works. What else did I have in my little bag of fun? Mr. Magnarr. Epic HP based champion that I feel like a lot of people have in their arsenal. I don't even know what build I have on him. I think it's just like Taurus's build, Taurus's old build before Taurus had a better build. So it's nothing like, it's not like endgame Magnarr build that I'm super proud of. Fairly accessible, but we'll go see it in a bit. So yeah, just keep it in mind, you know, tanky, people who are tanky, people who are a good affinity, just people who aren't going to die, people who could maybe take a hit if they needed to. Obviously, like Ninja, he couldn't really take a hit, but again, we were able to burn it so quickly that it didn't matter. But on him, if you had taken a hit, if you had died, just restart it, you know. It might take you a few times, but you will get there. Let's see how this goes. I recorded these a couple days ago, so I don't remember. I mean, obviously it works. I'm not going to show you one where it just didn't. So we've got our millions of buffs. We're doing okay damage. Nothing special. Constant buffs from the Verginator. We'll get rid of the ads. Again, mine's on auto. If you just want to hit him, if you think you have a good chance at killing him, like, please go for it. I'm just letting auto take me away. Pretty good damage here. Magnarr. Sell those boots, those curing boots. And we'll come back in again. Let's see the Magnarr build. I want to see this. I'm pretty sure it's bad. Magnarr. Oh, yeah. He'll be up here. It confuses me how the plus people get put at the front. Okay, so yeah, it's like old Savage build that used to be on Taurus. Nothing super duper impressive. Like, you guys saw my Taurus had substantially more HP and speed and everything than this, so it's passable build, I would say, but nothing spectacular. Let's see who else we have in the folder of fun. Mithrala Lifebane, we all have this, right? Or will soon if we don't already. I'm going to skip some of this because I'm sure you can see how it would take Mithrala Lifebane longer to clear these waves than Magnarr. But here are our themes, right? We have perma buffs. Now we've also added like strengthen. So like nobody should ever die in this situation. It's stupid the amount of defensive buffs we have. She's going to slowly kill him with like poison and our, you know, that little damage on the AoE ability. So we will slowly, you know, again, not quick. It just got to be under 10 minutes. So keep it under 10. We're definitely going to keep it under 10, but it's not the fastest in the world. Okay, here we are at our final boss. Perma buffs on everybody. And again, I just let it full auto. Maybe you want to turn off like the hexing thing because you're kind of just unnecessarily hitting him, and maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just kind of want to stick to your poisons. So that is all up to you. But I don't know, I'm crazy or maybe lazy. I just let it auto. Because I was pretty sure I could tank the peril, right? Like we have strengthen and stuff. It's just going to do like no damage between the ally protect and the peril. I'm sorry, the ally protect and the... Yeah, so like that. Yeah, you can actually tank both the hits with the ally protect and two tanky people. So keep that in mind. Maybe it didn't do no damage. That definitely did damage, but they literally tanked both hits and both survived. So mega win there. Just want to show you guys it's okay to take some hits. It is possible. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to find a champ who's more of an immovable object than Mithrala. So yeah, that absolutely works. Check out the Mithrala Lifebane build. Definitely going to be a standard Mithrala Lifebane build. Decent HP defense, speed, and then... You know, she's got 80 billion accuracy because of her passive, but for the purpose of this fight, obviously accuracy, you know, having a million accuracy and resistance is not important. So if you wanted to go harder on the HP, because that's basically all you need for that fight, because his ability does ignore defense. So technically this doesn't even exist. So yeah, if you wanted to like take off your accuracy banner, go harder on HP, take off your accuracy chest, go harder on HP, please, you know, knock yourself out. Do what you got to do out there. And then finally, one last little example I came up with for you guys. Epic that I've been having a lot of fun with lately. Oh geez, we don't have to watch this whole part, do we? I'm like me finding the champs. Okay, so Venomage. Again, I won't bore you with the waves too much, but you can see the potential, right? Venomage is going to apply the poisons on everybody with the heal reduction. So, you know, a lot of good ability damage here. Can detonate our poisons with the A1. So, you know, it's not the fastest thing, but this is actually pretty decent speed for the waves. Not bad. And then, yeah, so we're going to get to the boss. And yeah, I am just going to go all out and hit him and apply the poisons and the everything and just pray, I guess. And yeah, like I said, if you get periled, just try it again. It's okay. We've all been periled during this fight 1 or 50 times, so no worries. Get rid of the ads if you want to. Do whatever you want with that. They are a little bit annoying, like that Krutax does decent damage. Again, you know, once again, we tank the perils because we're good affinity for it. And he's dead 2 minutes. That's actually pretty decent. Venomage and Vergis, the absolute goat of supporting. Let me show you the build before I forget. I'm lost in my champions. Okay, so I've showed this before. Like look at I have like 5-star accuracy pieces. I have like a level 12 ring. Like it doesn't have to be that intense. Just do your best, you know. The damage is coming from the poisons, so you just want to be survive, have some speed. Again, you don't need 246. You could do it with less. Don't need that much accuracy. Don't even surprised to even have that much resistance because I doubt I built resistance at all. you know, standard masteries, etc. Damage is coming from poisons, so just stay alive. That was the last little example I had for you guys from the folder. But just looking through my champs, like, oh my god, there's so much potential, right? Like, could totally do it with that. Could do it with that. Could do it with like that, probably. This has potential, that has potential. Once you get into the red people, you know, the affinity is a struggle. But yeah, I mean, if you have like this, you could totally do it with that. Oh, I've done it with this. I did a video on this just for funsies, you know, having Mortu-Macaab kill Mortu-Macaab. So yeah, absolutely you could do it with Mortu-Macaab. I tried it with Taragi. You can totally do it with Taragi. You know, tons of potential here. You could probably even just do it with something like this, you know, the strong affinity, the supporty stuff, just staying alive, taking some hits. Again, kind of ignore these red people. You could probably do it with like 2 Vergises. I don't know. But yeah, you know, you guys have good ideas. There's probably, or not even probably, there's definitely a million champs you could do this with that I never even considered or like maybe never even heard of. There's just so many champs in the game now. And then my Vergis is built in regen. But you do place continuous heal on yourself anytime you drop below 50%. So even consider, and like you guys have seen this, just like, you know, you've got your shield from the passive, like it's so hard to kill this character. So regen set, I would say not really necessary, but sure, helpful. But yeah, anytime you drop below 50, you're going to start healing yourself. So big survivability. But okay, you guys, that was my little spotlight on Vergis for the Nightmare campaign, because I'm a huge fan of him for this use. If you guys have any comments or anything, let me know. And I hope you're all having a nice day and take care of yourselves. Thank you. Goodbye.